Hey there guys, my name is Linda Dolke and I'm a demonstrator with Stampin' Up! In Australia. And today I'm just going to show you a very quick and simple way to get a really effective card. And that's with a little bit of sponging, and I wanted to show you this awesome technique today. Sponging is one of my favorite things. I add it to almost every card I make, but really creating a card like this is all about having the right tools, and you'll find that with all card making, if you've got great tools, you really can't go wrong. So let's start. I'm actually going to be using this beautiful die set here and the matching Peaceful Moments stamp set, and you're going to find them in this catalogue on page 25. This is our latest mini catalogue. It came out in January 2020. And I had a couple of people ask me, I had this card up on my Facebook page and also my Instagram page, and I had a couple of people ask me to do a quick video on how I did it. So it's very, very simple. I am using this Peaceful Moments bundle, so it's a stamp set of beautiful sentiments, and to match that is this beautiful die set. So I'll just show those to you really, really quickly. It's quite substantial. It's like a bigger 6x6 format pack. And we've got all these lovely different designs. We've got outline designs as well as solid designs. We've got different shaped leaves, different shaped flower centers, and some other elements that you can play around with. So that's what I'm using today. And I've actually, just in the interest of time, already pre-cut some of these. So we are starting with a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock, and all I'm going to do is I've cut that ahead of time to be half a sheet of cardstock, which I have then folded in half again. And I'm just using a bone folder to fold over that edge, make it nice and crisp. Okay, I can set that aside. That's actually ready to go. And then I've got these elements here. So I've actually got a Daffodil Delight piece of cardstock, which is this bright yellow, and I have cut it with the largest solid die, and so you can see that's the shape that I've already cut. I've run that through my die cutting machine, and that's the result, just this lovely solid yellow flower. And then this is really the star of the show, the flower outline, which is this one here. You can see I've cut that and I've used black, and the nice thing about this is that this layers perfectly over the yellow flower that we cut before. So you've got one flat solid flower and then the lovely detail over the top. Okay, but we can make it even more effective. I mean, it's quite pretty just as it is, but to make it even more effective, I'm going to do a little bit of sponging. So I've got here a sponge dauber. These come in a pack of 5. And I'm going to be using a darker yellow. This is Mango Melody. It's kind of on its way to an orange, so it's quite a dark colour, Mango Melody. To me, it really is the colour of a bright, ripe mango. So I'm going to pop my dauber straight into the ink and pick up the ink on the dauber, starting in the middle. Of course, the middle is going to be hidden behind this piece of black, so you can just go straight onto it. And I'm just going to go in a circle, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and work my way out. Okay, I'm going to do that a couple of times because I want to get a good saturation of colour on my piece underneath. Right, about that. Now, if you want to test it, this would be a good time to do that. So I'm just going to layer this over. Yep, I can see some of the sponging is coming out here, but not so much on this side. So I'm going to come a little bit closer to that edge here. Work my way out towards the edge of the flower. Very, very simple to do and makes a heap of difference to how the finished result looks. Okay, now that's better. That's pretty close to what I want. Maybe a tiny, tiny bit more over this side now. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, then I get to attach this piece to it. Now you could use a number of different things. I'm just going to use a little bit of Tombow adhesive today, and I'm going to put a little bit in the middle. Just give it a squeeze. Sometimes it takes a moment for the glue to come out. Here it comes. Okay, and then, whoops, then I've got too much. Isn't that always the way? I'm going to use my finger, and I'm putting a little bit over the edges of this. So just around the sides here so that it'll stick down and it won't lift around the corners, around the edges of the flower. Okay, then I'm going to pick it up. And I kind of look to see where this is the largest sort of indent, and that matches with this largest indent here. That makes it easier to match the flower up. I'm just going to put my hand over it just to hold it in place. It takes a moment for it to dry, and you want to give it a little bit of drying time. Not long though, really probably 30 seconds is going to do it. So I'm just going to put that down. Now while that's drying just for a moment, I'm going to use this piece here. You can see I've made like a little flag. Now once again, we're using a tool to do this, and Stampin' Up! Tools make this really, really easy. We have this fabulous punch, and it's one of my favorites. I use it a lot. And if you have a look here, it's got like some little ridges at the front here. These are actually channels. There's a 1 inch wide channel, a 1.5 inch wide channel, and a 2 inch wide channel. Well, that means if I cut my paper to be 1 inch, 1.5 inches, or 2 inches across, it's going to fit perfectly in here. So I need to open up my punch just like that. And then I've made this 1.5, so it perfectly fits in that 1.5 inch channel. I slide it all the way in as far as it will go. If you want to check, you can just make sure that it is actually pushed in all the way at the back, but that is correct. And then whichever end, actually I'm going to go the other end because there's a little bit of black on the end here, and I'd rather have that cut off. So the end that I'm punching here on the left is the edge that's going to punch off. Okay, it's just like that. So now I have a perfect flag. I haven't got to guess where the middle of it is. Sometimes when you do it with your scissors, it's hard to get it really even. This is a perfect flag, so that's really cool. All right, so then I've got my piece of folded paper that we had at the start, and I'm just going to pop that probably over here, about 1 inch in from this left-hand side. This time I'm going to use snail adhesive because that's a really good lightweight adhesive to use with designer series paper. And this designer series paper is our Golden Honey designer series. I love a good black and white stripe, I have to tell you. To me, that's just beautiful. Just pop it on there so it's straight. Okay, and then I'm going to be, this flower is now ready to use. I'm just going to decide which way I'd like it to go. Probably like this. Okay, now there is a center for the flowers in the set, in the same die set that we had before. There's these couple of different sized flower centers, and I've cut a couple of them out so I could see which one I preferred. There's this one, which is kind of an even one. I actually quite like that. That's the one I used on my original card as well. Or there's this one, which is a bit chunkier, a little bit more. Yeah, I'm going to go with the first one. I like that best. All right, and you could put any kind of glue once again on this. I'm just going to dab a bit of the Tombow in the center here. And I'm going to pop that in the center of my poppy. These are poppies after all, just like that. Now, on the back of this, I'm going to pop some dimensionals because dimensionals make everything wonderful. They do indeed give dimension to your projects, and I think everyone should have dimensionals in their bag of tricks. They are fantastic. There's also lots of them. They're inexpensive and they make a big difference to your project. If you have things with different levels of dimension, it looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, almost there. Take the back off this one. I've still got a little bit of glue on my fingers and making it a little difficult to get the backs off those dimensionals. Okay, just like this. I'm going to pop that on there just like that. Okay, now we also have a couple of leaves. Okay, I've cut these leaves out with the same die set. Once again, here it is. So it's this one that I've used. There's also a thinner one here. There's actually a whole bunch of different leaves, but I really like these ones. All right. Now, this one I used some gold ribbon. This time I thought I might use some of our beautiful Daffodil Delight ruched ribbon, which is the same yellow as the base cardstock as this. I'm just going to cut a little piece with my ribbon scissors. And I'm going to put a glue dot or two on it. Once again, glue dots are one of those things you really want to have in your crafty stash because they are fabulous. Really great for holding on heavier embellishments or just making sure that things don't go where they shouldn't. Alright, and I'm just going to pop that. There's a dimensional there, so I'm going to pop that kind of under here, and I'm actually going to use my bone folder, which is right here, just to kind of make that go up under there. Whoop. And of course it doesn't want to go where I told it to, but in fact I might let it do its own thing because I don't mind it looking like that. Okay, and then you could, you could have those going wherever you want them to go. You could have them, shorter. That one's a little bit long. And I might make that one a bit shorter too. Just like that. That's looking kind of cute. And then I have from the same set that we talked about before, the one that's in this bundle, the Peaceful Moments set. You can buy the dies just on their own, but if you're buying them together with the stamp set, you get a 10% saving on those. And these have got some great words. I am always looking for good sentiments. I don't know about you, but it's sometimes hard to find good sentiments, and this one's good. It's got happy birthday, it's got sympathy, it's got thank you, congratulations, and a whole bunch of like occasion specific things, so do check it out. There's my happy birthday right there. There we go. And it's a little bit different to the first one, but that is absolutely fine. I think it looks nice to let the card kind of do its own thing, and this little card, I will pop it up on my blog, and it is currently on my Facebook page, so you'll have to let me know what you think. I would love that if you did that. Feel free to comment, like, share, and enjoy this video. I hope you have. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.